What's up, guys? We're back, and man, I'm so excited to show you this. We finally have the Aprilia back, and we have a lot to talk about in preparation for this weekend. We're getting our race license, so without further ado, let me walk you through this thing, because well, here it is, and it doesn't have fairings on it, of course, but that is because it was just easier for Eric to get all the work done to this. I'm gonna put his info in the description if you want to check him out. But we have some K-Tech cartridges in the forks now. Man, those are so sexy. Oh yeah, and sorry, I'm kind of running low on room here. My roommate decided to buy 2 kayaks for some reason, so yeah, it's a little cramped in here now, but we'll figure something out for that at some point. But for now, it just kind of is what it is. Next up, we have Woodcraft rear sets. Sorry it's so dark in here, guys, same problem. Just not very good lighting around here, but it is what it is. Man, these are sharp, so much better than stock. And we do actually have this set up for GP shift now. This is the stock assembly. The way we fixed the tune for that is we got an up map, which, you know, you just kind of plug in here and watch a YouTube video for those instructions. But yeah, GP shift works beautifully. The bike was dynoed. It made 85 horsepower to the wheel. I will put up the dyno chart right here. And now for the last little bit is we have a K-Tech DDS Lite rear shock. And it is sprung for me, 180 pounds plus gear. So, man, I am so excited to rip this thing. Oops. And that really is about all that needed to be done to this bike, aside from this master. We got to get rid of this master. It sucks. It's just an on-off switch. Like, it's very, you're either full-blown braking or you're not at all. Like, there's no, you know, giving it the finesse, which I can on the Juicer because it has a RCS 19. So I'm gonna put another one of those on this bike hopefully soon, but for now it's gonna be like this. And last but not least, I'm sure you guys saw it just in the background. You know, I would have hidden it better, but where am I going to put it? These are the Ghetto Customs fairings. I sent them off to Paintworks, DC Paintworks, and man, he did a fantastic job. This is the OEM color, and it is very close to the tank. Like, so close, it's damn near perfect. So I'm super excited about this. I just went with the single color, the acid yellow. We did put some cool headlight stickers on it. It's got the big Aprilia A, and this is probably my favorite part. I saw this one time years ago on a track bike, and I just thought it was hilarious, so figured I'd throw it on there for shits and giggles. But man, he did a great job with the paint. It looks good. It's all even. And it wasn't horrifically expensive either. And great guy, you can message you anytime, day or night, and he responds. But yeah, it's just the only color. We got some, you know, cool stickers and stuff. Here's the belly pan. Just all the stuff I stuck on there, including the YouTube channel. You knew we had to plug it, so just sent him all the stickers I had from all the parts that I bought for this thing. So they are on both sides. And yeah, he did find a crack in the belly pan right here, but he repaired it. Bart with DC Paintworks, and I'll link his info in the description too. But he fixed it for me. It's not perfect, but you know, it's a track bike. I really don't give a shit as long as it's not literally about to fly off on track. So let me sit this back in here. And here is the tail. Same thing, very basic. Just stuck the RS660 logo on either side. And of course we have the mock taillight sticker. So man, I am so stoked to put the bodywork back on this bike, mostly because it's taking up a lot of room in here. But 2 more things we need to do. We have a seat, like an actual cool seat for this thing. So I got this on HSBK, Warhorse Superbike. I'll link them down there too. They're great if you ever need to return anything. Super good service. But we got this seat, which obviously I'm not going to put on that until we stick it on the bike. So to fix the reservoir issue. I don't think this is actually going to fix it, but it's going to make it a lot better. We're going to pull out the stock steering stops, and we're going to put these in. These are just a lot bigger than OEM, and I did read you need to be careful with these. That metal's pretty soft, I think, so we'll Loctite them and we'll torque them to, like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 foot-pounds max, something like that. But I'm hoping that these, because man, it's a lot bigger, will limit the steering enough to where I'm not constantly worried about smacking this into the dash or this into the dash on this side, especially in a crash, because, you know, if I'm just on the bike, like, I'm attentive enough to not do that really, but if I crash and the bars get, you know, yanked to one side, it's either going to be a really big mess or it's going to destroy the dash. If you destroy the dash on these bikes, it's a big fucking problem. So we don't want to do that. But yeah, let me stick those on there. And I said there was 2 things, but there's actually a third. So I'm selling the OEM stuff. We have a 360. It's not down here, you know, but just because I'm not really going to use it for filming stuff like this, but we're going to mount this as well. All this stuff needs to get done before Thursday, which is when I'm heading up to Jennings. But yeah, we're going to try the 360 out and get some better quality footage for you guys. Because to be honest with you, man, like, a lot of the organizations I used to be able to get away with wearing a helmet camera for, like, they're just kind of not really doing that stuff anymore. They say it's a danger, it's gonna snap your neck or whatever. I mean, I don't really believe that, but, you know, can't really argue with them. So I've tried to get away with the helmet camera for as long as I could, but it's looking like we're gonna swap over to the 360, and I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be some good footage, and I'll be able to move, you know, the camera around so you guys can actually see a little bit more what's going on around me when I'm on the track. So. All right, here's the tail section on. I'm debating on if I should stick the seat on, you know, go ahead and do it while we're here. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Let's do it. But man, that is so sick, guys. So freaking cool. Super stoked with how this came out. Again, I can't thank DC Paintworks enough. All his info is gonna be in the description. Very reasonable guy. He can help you out with shipping too, so he's got some good advice on that type of stuff. But you can have him on Facebook, Instagram, anything you want. I will link all his stuff down here. And yeah, but man, just look at that. Just look at that paint match, bro. Hopefully it's not too dark. It's just, the camera doesn't do it justice. It's the exact same. And as you know, Aprilia doesn't release their paint codes. So what I did for that, although now, if you guys have acid yellow and you want to paint it the OEM color, I'm sure Bart would be able to do that. I'm sure he didn't not write down the paint mix, but yeah, so I had to send him a piece of a fairing from a crashed Aprilia that I found on eBay, and it was stupid expensive for a crashed piece. It was like 70 bucks. And I wasn't able to get my money back either, so that kind of blew. But just sent him that piece, and it took him a couple days, and he matched it up, and here we are. So very sweet. All right, so for the seat, nothing fancy, brake clean, rag. I think this will be okay. It's a track bike, you know, it's never gonna be a show bike, so I'm gonna wipe this down and then we'll stick the seat on there. What's cool, guys, is this is also Velcro, so it's just sticky with the Velcro. So this stuff ever just doesn't stop sticking one day, I can easily get the seat off. It's not gonna leave a huge mess. But let's eyeball this thing down, huh? Sit on this thing for, I don't know, like 30 seconds. Just shift my weight around, make sure it's all been pressed down nice and good. I think these rear sets might be a little bit high. Might need to change that. Oh yeah, it's not a real race bike without a seat. And the reason I like that there's no overlap here is This is the armor body seat that I stuck on the Gixxer, and it's got some overlap down in the like towards the end of the saddle area, and as you can see, it's peeling up a little, so pretty annoying. It hasn't actually come off yet, but you know, man, I'm so excited. It's been months, guys, and we're finally getting this thing back together. Just wish I had more room and some better lighting so you could really lay it out for you, but we'll take it outside one of these days before we leave and get a better look at it all around. All right, so these little pieces here are each 16s. So I just got a long skinny extension. I'm gonna pop these off, and then I'm going to Loctite these with some blue Loctite, and I'm gonna thread the new ones down in that hole. That was tight. All right, well, this got a little more complicated than I thought it was gonna be, but I needed to pull this plastic piece out in order to, I didn't realize this. I thought it was threaded straight into the triple, but there are lock nuts under each side of this, and they are size 13. So I don't think I'm gonna put this plastic piece back in either. It doesn't really do anything now that the body work is gone and it's just kind of there. So yeah. All right, well, here's what they look like. It's just a nut on the bottom of this, which is the actual feeler. So I think we're gonna have to reuse these nuts on this. So I'm hoping to God that's the same thread pitch. All right, well, we didn't get screwed. The thread pitch is correct. So we're using these nuts. These are the new hex head bolts, and here's the new stoppers. So I'm gonna do some quick Googling, see if there's a torque spec, and we'll Loctite them and throw them in there, huh? All right, so there they are. It's on both sides. One little side note for these are nylon lock washers, so you probably don't need Loctite on this, but you know, just for sanity's sake, I'd put a little dot of it on there. So yeah, let's get these tightened down. All right, this is tightened down. Too bad nobody will ever see it. Oh yeah, beautiful. We're now good on this side. Oh, yes. All right, this is exactly what I wanted. Side to side, at least with the front fairing off. That might change things, we'll see, but I really needed this to be a thing before both of these were smacking the side of the dash. So that is perfect. Money well spent. I think it was like 20 bucks, so perfect. All right, let's get the main fairing on. Starting with these two bolts, they go on the side, and then we'll do the windscreen, which is sitting over there. All right, guys, it is coming together. Wow, that thing looks good. Windscreen's on. Everything looks great. No smacking, except for there, which I knew was going to be a problem, but I think I can actually fix that if I just bend this down a little more, so I'm probably going to do that. But man, that is so sweet. So yeah, if you're having the same issue as me, definitely get some Graves steering stops before you do too much else. And yeah, I think maybe if we do a smaller reservoir too, that would also fix this problem. But I think since this is a brand new Brembo reservoir and I don't want to waste the money, I'm probably just going to try to make it work by bending the shit out of that bracket. I hope you guys are excited too, because definitely one of the coolest bikes you can have, for sure. Oof. And if you guys are curious, let me know. I'll do like a full breakdown on how much this is costing. Spoiler alert, it's a lot, but maybe not as crazy as some of you guys might think. So if you want, we'll go through the paperwork. Yeah, it's just crazy to think the first phase of this build was a bone stock RS660, and it really wasn't that long ago either. So sorry, Queen, you are no longer the bottom bitch, I should say. All right, it is the next day, and let's continue on with this thing. Where we left off, we got the body work all back on. I wasn't able to roll it outside today in the sunlight for you guys to see how awesome this thing looks, but rest assured you'll see it very soon. Probably tomorrow, I think, is when I'll try to edit this and upload it. All right, guys, as promised, we got some daylight out there, but wow, check this thing out, dude. Oh, it's gorgeous. It looks so good in the light. Do a quick little walk around. Still kind of squeezed here in between the trucks, so. Oh yeah. But here's what she looks like. Everything is perfect. I should probably lube the chain while it's out here on the rear stand, but we'll get to that. That's a cool touch, I like that. But here she is. All right, so let's get this open. I don't think, there's not too much in this box. I've already opened it, but let's get it on the bike. We need to figure out where we're gonna mount it. I don't know if there's a good idea, maybe here, or we can move some stuff, shift some things closer to the edge there. Yeah, we'll have to see on that one. All right, well, here's the mount. Just like so. All it is just this little, basically U-bar, and there's a little plastic spacer down here. It comes with a thicker one, but it impedes more than the thin one. Thin one fit like right in there. So I just used the thin one, and I got it pretty much bunched up against the master. And I think if we have the camera kind of sticking out this way a little bit, it'll be out of the way. It'll be out of the way of the fairing right there, and doesn't impede anything. I'm just hoping it doesn't impede my throttle. But we're about to find that out now. I'm gonna go grab the camera and stick it on there. So hopefully this is tight enough to where, or we can get this tight enough, I should say, that we don't have to worry about, you know, the camera flying off, but we'll see. I think if we have it like right here, the stitch line will be this way, so I don't know. I'll have to play around with this, but I'm super excited to try it out at least, so. Doesn't impede anything, still a gap. I just think the stitch line might kind of mess us up a little bit, but you know, most of the time it's going to be facing this way or around. I do have some more gear for the camera. I got a couple stick things. I don't think that's really going to be allowed at the track, nor do I really want to. I think you look like a huge douchebag if you have a big 360 stick coming off the back of your bike. But we'll have to play with that, you know, because I think we could somehow get a mount onto the exhaust hanger. You know, there's a couple of neat places we could try to mount this thing and get some sweet angles. But man, oh guys, this bike just came together so well. It is so sweet. This is the coolest shit ever, man. Yeah, definitely been a goal of mine for a while to build something like this, a little bit newer, you know. Kind of did something similar with the Jigzer, but didn't really bring you guys along for most of that, unfortunately. I should have, but you know, it is what it is. But man, I am so excited. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna leave that here. We'll call this the final, you know, part of the Aprilia build, because there's really not much else to do to this bike for the moment, other than the master. We need to swap out the brake master, but I mean, you done one, you done them all, you know. But if you guys want, I'll take you along for it. We'll put another RCS 19 on there and really get the braking like nice, because the stock master just ain't cutting it. But Ah, man. Yeah, it's just so well set up. All right, well, hope you guys are excited for the track like I am. It's only going to be one day because it's the race school, but we will be on track. It's going to be a lot of classroom time. So hopefully that video comes out well. And yeah, I'll see you guys here very soon. You should see this video and then another one come up probably in the next week, you know, whenever I get a chance to edit, because you know, your boy has a full-time job, unfortunately. So see you guys next time.